and I might even air this. Look, I get what you're talking about. Like, nothing's going to make... We're going to fight, I think.
Oh, the China thing?
Yeah, I get what you're talking.
I don't really want to talk about it if we're going to fight. I'm in a bad mood.
But listen, hear me out on this. Please hear me out on this.
Yeah, I always hear you out.
I agree with you that no matter what you do, you're not going to make anybody happy.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you that people, it's just ridiculous. I mean, everybody's kind of pissed that she died. And to be perfectly honest with you, she's responsible for her own death, not the
Absolutely.
WWE. I agree. Here's what makes me ill. And I'm sorry, I did. It makes me fucking sick. To put Stephanie's tweet and Triple H's tweet in that montage makes me want to fucking vomit.
I figured that would piss people off, but I don't see why.
Really?
When you look at it from a human perspective, everybody's assuming they know everything that happened and exactly all the nuance, everything that happened there. The fact that they would put themselves in that light and allow themselves to take the heat that they had to know they were going to get tells me there's more to this story than we fucking think.
Yeah, but we only go with what we know.
And we don't know anything. That's the thing.
Well, here's what we do know. We know that this is the bane of her. This is the fucking thing that drove her crazy, that she was never able to get over, which is a lot of her fault. Okay, we know that. We know it was over Stephanie. We know that because of multiple appearances on Opie and Anthony and other podcasts, that this was the thing. To put both their... I understand that the one of the two, and it probably would be smarter to do with Triple H. I'll give you a personal story. I had an aunt, okay? And my mother's side of the family's nuts, right? And I have nothing to do with them, okay? Because they're nuts, and they're a bunch of kooky Christians. So my aunt is one that she was married into my mother's side of the family.
This was after she died and everything? You told me this story.
What they did is they surrounded her coffin.
Yeah.
That's all I could think of. It wasn't say goodbye to Aunt so-and-so. It was, we beat you. And that's exactly what I saw when I saw that.
See, I don't look at it that way. Chyna stayed with the company for a while after Triple H left her for Stephanie. People don't recognize that enough.
That's true.
They were actually, there was nothing mean, nasty about it until afterwards. Remember, Chyna's also the person who claims a sex tape between her and Sean Waltman was rape.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not, first of all, but I'm not, no. We're not talking about whatever, she's dead. I'm talking about what was in that montage.
But I mean, it's for all these reasons that how little we know about what happened.
No. We can only talk about what we do, and we know that both those tweets are there, and whether we know and whether we know that they made up or not, which it didn't look that way. As
they probably didn't make up.
So we know what was it. We know both their tweets are in there, and you have to be a fucking idiot, an insensitive idiot, to do that. There's no way around that. And saying we don't know about what the company does, saying we don't know what the company does is really, to me, excuse making. It's excuse making. We saw it there.
Well, yeah, they put it there for a reason. And I think some people are saying it's nefarious minded, like, oh, we beat you. Why can't it just be that they were expressing their fucking remorse? Why can't that be the answer?
Because
it
the
could
backstory.
be the answer.
Well, here's the thing.
Maybe they feel bad about the roles that they played.
I'll tell you exactly why.
And they wanted to express
I will tell you exactly why. Because nobody could put that fucking montage together and not look at it. It's like, look, I want to express, I feel awful. I'm Stephanie. I'm Triple H. I did, but this looks horrible.
I don't think it looked that bad. The funny thing is, all the things that I've read about it, that's the first mention I've heard about it. Of somebody blasting that. I haven't read it.
Oh, no, this is me. I don't know what's going on Twitter. I'm blasting it personally. It's disgusting. It's insensitive and it's disgusting. Whether the intent, this is like this Tommy NC situation, whether he knew he was autistic or not. Guess what? You're responsible for your stupid montage, and I doubt I'm the only person on the fucking planet.
No, you're not
that
the only
figured
person.
out.
I'm saying I just haven't read it yet. But the interesting thing is, if let's say they didn't post. Should they have even showed any footage of Triple H and Chyna in the montage? They showed a lot of footage. Sure.
And I would have defended them on that.
Let's say they don't do any of it. Let's say they don't put one fucking clip of those two together. They don't show the tweets. Nothing. You would have people fucking like, oh, so Triple H and fucking Chyna, they can't. But that's not what happened. Something nice at this point.
But that's not what happened. What happened is what we saw.
And I think they took the better route by putting it in there. It's the better route.
They take Stephanie's tweet out there.
Because neither choice was good.
But you know what? They take Stephanie's. You have to admit this. If they take Stephanie's tweet out there, we're not having this conversation.
I think that probably should have happened. They probably should have took her.
Then we agree.
of her tweet. Triple H's of the two tweets, hers is probably more harmful.
I don't know if it was done on purpose. I'm saying that's the way it meant me felt.
Oh, it was certainly done with purpose. I mean,
no, on purpose to stand over the casket.
Oh,
no, I don't know about that.
I don't believe that.
But I felt that way. I felt that way as somebody who experienced something like that.
Stephanie was the first person in the entire company to respond on Twitter.
I'm not saying she shouldn't have responded on Twitter. I'm talking about the montage.
No, I know that. But it's the same tweet. And it tells me that she did so, and she probably pushed for that to be in the montage, more than likely. Maybe it was I was sensitive.
Oh, really?
It could be.
Oh, God.
It could be.
But oh, man.
I don't think it's a ha-ha, fuck you, you're dead,
I don't think it's
it's
either a ha-ha, fuck you, unbelievable incompetence by the montage maker, which is something we didn't throw in there. Unbelievable incompetence by the montage maker, but they uploaded it to YouTube, so I can't really believe that.
It's not.
Or
it
just
maker.
Incredible insensitivity to the point where and maybe this is why they're so out of touch with their fans. They couldn't even come to the conclusion why this might hurt somebody.
I think that they came to the conclusion. They just weighted against the other option.
Okay.
I feel like as more than likely this conversation probably happened, and they decided that
to go with it, huh?
Huh?
They decided to go with it after this conversation?
Well, because I think that Stephanie not saying anything and having Triple H's comment in there may have looked bad as well. I mean,
you took them both. You could flip. Well, they flip it. They're in it. All right. In that sense, I sort of agree with you. If they take both their comments out, it looks bad.
I just don't think there's.
But I can't defend this. I can't defend it. I couldn't defend this on any ground. Whether it would be a moral ground, whether it was a ha fuck you, we beat you, we out survived you. Look what you stupid ugly Corey porn star. Whether that was the case, which I tend not to think, but it's certainly that somebody in there that put that thing together, that made this decision, and you said it yourself. They more than likely had this conversation. They had a couple of days. It's like it just looks awful.
I don't think
you don't see it personally. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's my thing. I don't see
you just don't see it. I do.
I can see where you would come to that conclusion, and I completely understand it because you can definitely make the argument. For me personally, I don't know, because of a lot of stories that I've read and everything, and understanding somewhat of showing remorse after the fact, and which is, I guess that's just kind of where my personality lends to. I don't know, and I might be completely naive. But I'm okay with that.
I heard you kind of getting
the way
aggravated.
The situation was, I feel they handled it about as well as they could.
Were people pissed off on your show?
What's that?
Were people pissed off on your show?
No.
No one said anything? No one said anything about the montage?
Said, there was one person who said, fuck Chyna.
Okay.
There was one person that said, fuck WWE, and then everybody else was very happy with how they handled it. Everyone was talking about how they cried.
I don't get that.
Most people were talking.
Funny. I don't get that. I don't understand. But that the other thing bothered me.
They put a lot of Chyna and Eddie in there for a reason. That got me too. I teared up.
Did you really?
Yeah, seeing Chyna and Eddie, absolutely
made me laugh. I like Chyna and Eddie. They were funny.
Yeah, but it was a really important to them personally. They really did.
No, they never went out. Oh, he was married.
No. But no, I'm not talking about relationship as far as fucking or anything. Yeah. I'm talking they leaned on each other at a time where they needed each other emotionally, and they were there for. Eddie was going through a lot of personal demons at the time, and so was Chyna, and nobody talked about it.
But I can't relate. That's so funny.
Together on screen.
I get angry with the tweet, and you're telling me that, and I don't even want to hear it. It's so bizarre. I'm learning about myself and how unemotional I am.
Yeah, you are. Yeah,
no, it is because it's about
weird.
me. Because it's about me. It's about me. I see my horrible family standing over my aunt's coffin when I see that. You know,
I noticed this about you.
And the other thing is if people they're having a hard time and trying to support each other, go to fucking rehab and stop bitching. That's all I could think.
The funny thing is, I noticed the things that you rant about and go off about the most are things that have a connection to something that you went through.
Yeah, maybe.
You're really, really connected and things like that. Or even if you perceive it to be something similar, if you can really touch on it, you
did explain to sports reporters. I loathe them and I have no connection to them whatsoever.
I think that also harkens back to, you've told me about how the type of sports fan you once were back in the day. I think that has something to do with it.
It may have more to do with teachers. And
that too. Any type of
I see them as like the teacher authority figures, and I hate them.
Yeah,
and I hate their guts. I don't wish they die. Hate their guts, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So you watched a little? Did you watch when Two Talk came on?
I just turned it off. I went to sleep because I just did like 3-4 hours. So
it was very interesting.
All right, I gotta go.
All right, buddy.
Good chat. Talk to you later.
Yeah, as always, my friend.
Yes. Sure.
Good show, buddy.
Peace.